It is time to pick blueberries. It's so beautiful outside. I've already done a little bit of picking, so let me show you. So where we live is kind of sandy. So we get wild blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. I have a ton of raspberries at my house, and there's blackberries everywhere, but these blueberries are absolutely beautiful. They're everywhere. So these blueberry bushes are everywhere. We got lots of rain this year, and I kind of hit a hot spot here. Look at how beautiful, how beautiful. And this is what I've picked so far. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleaning, but yeah, they're everywhere. Some of them are kind of small. Now I've seen it where there has been like huge blueberries, huge. Like there are patches that are really big. And so these are okay. I mean, they're not all super big, but I mean, they're nice. They're really good. Me and Noah actually realized when we were golfing that the blueberries were ready to go. Now see, now these are really nice too. Look at these. These are actually really nice. Look at, and you do have to do a little cleaning up after you get done doing these, but if you grabbed every perfect one without a green one, you'd be here forever. And I really like it. My kids used to pick with me when they were littler. Of course, I can't get them to pick now with me. And plus, they work all day, so they don't want to pick berries with mom when they get off of work. But I love making blueberry jam. I love making blueberry cobbler. So I'll probably make a blueberry cobbler for everybody. And then me and my husband usually go to Traverse City for anniversary and get peaches, and then I make a peach cobbler. I don't know if we're going to get there this year just because of the wedding. See, look at, these are really nice. Look at this big pile of blueberries here. Look at, yeah, I love it when it's in clumps because it kind of helps from having to pick like every little berry at once. But yeah, so I'm gonna take care of this whole patch and go looking somewhere else. And then I'm gonna make some blueberry jam, I think on Saturday. Look at, so pretty, hey? I love it so much. All right, let's see here. It'd be nice if I had some on this hill. Then I wouldn't have to get on my hands and knees and pick berries. There is a couple spots that I pick berries on. The other one I had got ran over. Somebody ran over the whole patch. And I was like, oh, that's a bum deal. Let's look over here. I kind of parked out of the way over there. So it's just kind of a hit or miss. I have two spots and the other one was okay. See, like you get these little piles of them. Usually these black ones here are usually a little bigger if you can find some nice ones. I know down the hill is really nice ones. Let's go look down there. The bugs are out in force, full force. So this little area in the middle is normally really good. And I'm not sure if anybody got to it, but I don't really see much. There are a couple bushes of them, but people know. If you live here, you know. If you know, you know. Let's keep walking down here. So this is actually behind a whole development. And see all the sand? That's why the berries are so nice out here, the blueberries. You can also pick blueberries. There's patches downstate where they actually grow blueberries. Okay, I'm going to keep looking. Let's check over here and see. See, this is, ooh, look at those. Those are really nice. Look at those things, really, really nice. Oh, I might have to go in there. Looks like there's some big ones in there. So normally, the berries are out when it's time for the fair, which is still about 3 weeks away. But because we got so much rain, the berries are out a little earlier. I actually kind of hit the jackpot. I had to take my shoes off because my shoes were kind of getting in my way a little bit. So, oh, there goes my fingers. So I am finding some bigger ones. As we go down here, you'll see they get even bigger. Like there's a nice clump. Can you guys see that? You see, that's a nice clump. And see how there's lots over here. See, that's a nice one there. I already did the other side. So those are all really nice. I'm gonna start down here, work my way up. And I'm not gonna be able to stay very late because I have to I gotta get dinner going. So I had to take Joshy in today, and then we had a couple eye appointments. So I just put my bowl under, just like this, and just pull them off. Let them fall into the bowl. Sometimes you get green ones. It is what it is. And it's usually hot when we pick berries, and it's absolutely hot. Look at, there's some nice ones there. See that? I stick it on with my knee, and then start picking. It's time to use the blueberries that I picked. I haven't washed them yet, so I couldn't decide if I was gonna make blueberry jam, blueberry muffins, or blueberry cobbler. So I'm not gonna make the jam, even though the jam's amazing, because I didn't pick enough blueberries. It just wasn't as fun without my kids. So I'm gonna clean these up. I'm gonna make blueberry muffins, and then I think later I'm gonna make a blueberry cobbler, because my mom makes the best blueberry cobbler, and I usually make peach cobbler after we pick peaches, usually about now. But I'm gonna make a blueberry cobbler with my fresh blueberries. And also, I have blueberry bushes in my flower garden, and I went outside with my husband. I was like, oh my goodness, I literally have a blueberry bush that is full of blueberries like this big. Like this big. I need to take you guys out there before we finish. Before I finish and close up, I'm gonna show you my blueberries. Maybe I'll pick them with you. And then, so you guys have noticed I've been wearing aprons. I thought, how cute would that be to do different kinds of aprons when I cook. So if you make aprons, or you know somebody who does make aprons, have a message me over on Instagram, because that's where I see my messages. I get so many on TikTok and Facebook that I just don't see them, just tons sharing videos. So if you make aprons and you'd like me to feature one of them, on one of my videos, or like because I do usually do a smaller video for my TikTok. So if you make aprons, you know somebody who does, have them contact me, and I would love to start featuring aprons. I love Christmas, I love fall, so I'm looking for fall and Christmas aprons. I've been wearing my summer ones, my farm ones, super excited. So if that's you, reach out to me, and I would love to wear an apron that you made, and let everybody know that you made it. All right, well, let's get to this super yummy blueberry muffins with a crumb topping. Oh, flies, craziness. We're into flies now. They're all over the place. This recipe is so easy. So I'm actually going to do like a blueberry oatmeal muffin. You're gonna preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I'm also gonna do a crumb top for the top. So we're gonna get started super easy. So it's 1 large egg. We're gonna beat it. You don't even need a mixer for this one. Then it's 1 cup of heavy cream. There we go. 1/4 cup of melted butter. It's a little warm. There we go. 1/2 cup of sugar. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, we're gonna mix that really well. And then we're gonna add our dry ingredients. Super easy. I wash my blueberries, so I have them laying out here just to kind of get dry, so they don't turn the muffins blue. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna add a cup of flour. There we go. A cup of oats. And then a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. A teaspoon of salt. No, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Sorry about that. And then 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That might be a teaspoon of salt. Okay, we're gonna mix it again. And you wanna mix it till it's just mixed. Like, you don't wanna overmix it. It's gonna be a little lumpy, that's okay. And then we're gonna fold in our, ooh, it smells so good. Normally I do a double batch. This is a new recipe that I put together, so I wanna make sure it's gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna fold in the blueberries. Nice. Let's looking good so far. Okay, I'm gonna put it into my cupcake holders. I might get like 3 cupcakes or 3 muffins, we'll see. It doesn't make much. I think it's made for like smaller amounts of, like the smaller ones, and I have the jumbos. So we're gonna put this, I'm gonna use a scooper, put it into my muffin pans, and then I'm gonna make the crumb topping to put on top. I got my big scooper, so let's get them in here. So they will rise, but it's not like a cupcake. Oh, I guess I am gonna get 6 large ones. Nice. They smell wonderful. I love pairing cinnamon with blueberries. All right, make sure they all have enough. I want these puppies big. That's with no small blueberry muffins. All right. Now it's time for the crumb top. For the crumb topping, so easy. 1/3 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of flour, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So we're gonna put it into this bowl, mix it all up, and then put it on top of the muffins. Some crumb tops have you do brown sugar. I've tried the brown sugar and it never works for me. Okay. Okay, we're gonna mix this up and then put it on top of the muffins. Oh yeah. Yeah, usually when I make a crumb top, it like cooks into whatever I make, and so there's like no crumb top. It's really weird. Okay. Maybe I don't add enough flour, that could be it. And so then it just becomes an extra sugar on top. Well, we'll try this one. Okay, just gonna sprinkle it on top. These kind of remind me of the muffins that my mom made when I was little that had that extra little white crumb on it. Looks like I'm gonna have enough for the next batch, so. Okay, let's do a little bit extra on here. And now we're gonna get them in the oven. I have 1 batch out, so I doubled my last batch. So 1 batch made 6 jumbo muffins or 12 smaller muffins. I decided to do the jumbo muffins because my boys, they'll eat 1 compared to like 4. And so I thought, let's just make them big. They turned out really great. I love how they look. I have 2 pans in the oven. So while those are cooking, we're gonna try these together. Got my butter here. I'm gonna get one that's like a little smaller, not so great looking. Okay, ooh, they are super heavy. I'm gonna cut it in half here. Okay. All right. Oop, I just got blueberry in the butter. Take my little blueberry out of there. Okay. Let's see how it, oh. I don't think it's cooled enough, so it's kind of falling apart on me because it's not cooled enough. Well, you know what? Let's just try it. Here we go. That's super yummy. So just a little word of advice. They're super hot. See how they're steaming? They're really hot. I didn't let them set. See how nice they look? So you're gonna want these to cool a little bit. So, oh my goodness, the flies are crazy. This is really yummy. I love that I put the oatmeal in it. I know it looks like you guys are like, I'm not making that, it's a mess. Well, they're really good. They just have to set. But super yummy. I mean, I guess we could probably maybe add another egg to it. You could add another egg and try that out. Or do, let me see here. I would just add another egg because egg is a binder. Maybe a little bit more melted butter. But this side here, well, this side is fine. So I think it just has to set a little bit. And you could up an egg if you want. But I don't know. I mean, it's staying together. Super yummy. Oh my goodness. It's good. It's, oh, these flies want my blueberries. It's really yummy. So don't cut it too soon or you're gonna have a mess like me. And just make sure that you let it set a little bit. Wow, blueberries are amazing. All right, so I'm gonna come back. I'm not gonna go right now. I want you to see all of them done together, but super yummy. I gave my daughter Haley one. She said it's amazing. As they set, they're completely together, not crumbly. So I took it out too early, but I found my mistake. So it's not a quarter cup of a half a stick of butter, it's a half a cup of butter. So it's a whole stick. So you're gonna wanna do, I'll make sure that in the description it shows that, but you're gonna wanna do a half a cup of butter, not a half a stick of butter, just to give you a heads up. But they turned out great. Look at how good these are. They're really good. Like really good. So yeah, so just let them set. Temperature, you want to make sure that you get the temperature right, and they cook really fast. So if you overcook them, they will get really like dry and crumbly. And so I put my temperature when I started them at 375, but when you cook like muffins and things like that, you want a higher temperature. So I think it was at 350. So I would say 375 to 400. Just watch it because my second batch, they rose right away, and I made the correction in the butter. So that is why they were crumbly, not enough liquid for my flour and my oats. And also be careful not to put too much oats in there because oats will make things break apart. So you could actually try adding maybe an extra egg yolk. I do that with some of my baked goods. I do that with maybe some cookies. I've done it with my cupcakes. I actually have a cupcake recipe where I add an extra egg yolk. So you could adjust it by adding, do the half a cup of butter, melted butter, and then you could add 1 egg yolk, and that would help it'd be a little more dense, but it would stay together better. So I guess the oven's cooled off. And also if you want to switch out your white sugar for brown sugar, you could do that if you wanted to, but I don't know, they're pretty good. And you could also, instead of using milk, you could use buttermilk. So there are variations you can do to kind of make the muffins your own, but they're yummy. My family's gonna love them. I love the cinnamon, I love the oatmeal. And you know what? You use quick cooking oats, and I really couldn't tell. Like a little bit I could tell the oatmeal was in there, but it was like a nice filler. But yeah, there we go. Well, thank you for joining me on making these wild blueberry muffins for my family. I will make that adjustment for the ingredients in the description. And make sure to subscribe and like to our family page. And I'm just gonna say it. Have a wonderful summer, because for us, it's closing fast. We get snow in October. It gets cold in September. Our snow stays until June. Last year it didn't, but I have a feeling because it was so nice last year, we're not gonna have that this year at all. And then I want to show you something. Okay, so I picked all my blueberries. Look at that, that's off my one bush. I'm gonna mix them with my wild blueberries, and I'm gonna make a blueberry cobbler. I think I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, okay, well thank you very much, and have a nice summer. Look how yummy those are. Look how nice those look. These blueberry muffins look amazing. I love the crumb top. I love using the white sugar instead of the brown sugar for the crumb top because it has like the 2 different colors. I love it. They're super yummy.